Shout out GJs, as I always do every time. Shout out Dynamic on the camera. Shout out the star. Shout out that Gully J. You get me? Shout out, I don't care what you want to call it. Just, yo, shout out my guy, innit? Just make sure, yeah, wherever you're at, you're always supporting the GJs. Buy the clothes, listen to the tunes, go on the YouTube thing, subscribe. You get me? I don't know how many other ways I can say this, yeah, but as usual, you get me? Shout out the cameraman every time. Hold tight Dynamic, hold tight GJs. Pow.
We're on a life with no one ever wiping out. They man are at their time, but they will watch they trying out. It's life until they want, that's what they're crying in the crowds. Got the ladies skanking out, they're getting down to all our sounds.
My name's Shek, aka Shek, aka Mr. Music, Life Ent UK, Music Meccas, whatever you want to call it. Most people just call me Shek though. Okay. Probably been making music since I was about 5, 6. When I was about 5, I think my first encounter with making music was it was more sampling stuff. It weren't properly even sampling really. What I used to do is just like, you used to get them old cassettes in it, and you used to be able to put the tissue in the top of the things in the holes, and you put it in the tape player and that, and you press record. The man would just bust a little thing on there. You just record your thing, and you play it back, and that you can record over it. Like I started like that, and then I used to do still band as well. I still do still band. That's had a big influence on like my music now, if that makes sense. It's kind of grown to just be more. It's more computer based now, and I still use live instruments. Don't get me wrong, but like I say, it's been a while. I'm 25 now, so as you can imagine, I've been doing music for a very long time.
Roughly, if you had to put age on it.
Okay, like I say, 5. I'd say age 5.
20 years.
Yeah, so 20 years, yeah. I get inspiration from everyone and everything. If I'm in a bad mood, yeah, then that'll normally reflect in my tunes. If I'm in a good mood, or if I'm in a party mood, that'll normally reflect in my songs. I'm a producer as well, so I have a lot of influence from a lot of the people I work with, yeah. Cameraman, Mr. Cameraman Dynamic, got a lot of influences from my man there. Sun, Chap, I gotta say, Chap's one of my biggest influences really, because when I first started rapping and doing the grime thing, Chap was there. This guy was already a bit of a DJ himself, so I got a lot of influences from him. Yo, from times when we used to spit into the headphones, like, and we used to do like, we used to try and do little sets and that on his front, like, just little things, yeah. They're only little minor things, but obviously they all add up, and that's why, like I say, my biggest influences have come from today. It's just my environment, I'd say. I gotta say a bit of both, really, man. Come on, who don't want to be famous, innit? Like, everyone wants to be out of the situation that a lot of us are in right now, which is we're all kind of, not saying we're broke, but we're all just kind of in the middle. We're all trying to find ourselves right now, aren't we? So I'd say, yeah, it's the struggle, innit? At the end of the day, I won't mind, like, I do it for the fun of it, but at the same time, yeah, I won't mind, like, just taking obviously what comes with it. You know what I mean? Like the cars, the money. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's how it goes, isn't it? At the end of the day, man. Look at everyone else in the music business that you'd look up to. Yeah, it's like at some point you have to cross over, innit? So it's like I'm prepared to cross over, as I say, like producing wise or being like a rapper or singer or whatever. You know what I mean? Definitely. It helps me a lot, you know, like I said, sometimes the tunes will reflect my mood. So if I'm angry, sometimes when I put down a tune, like, or if it just make a beat or something, it can calm my mood. Or if it's the other way around, sometimes I could just be mellow, and it's like, I might not be able to go out that weekend. I think, you know what, yo, get a couple man down here, let's get a singer or something, let's just make a tune, let's see what we could, you know what I mean? It's a vibe, innit? So it reflects me, yeah, it does, it affects my mood a lot. That's a silly question, man. Every day. Even if it's just mentally, just a little 8 bar in my head or something, like, you gotta do something every day. If you want to be big, if you want to, like the last question you said, if you want to be like something big and you want to be famous, or you want people to recognize you for you've got to put the work in, innit? At the end of the day. Worldwide, so just in general, just anybody.
Yeah.
Okay. I think, you know what? To be fair, I'd have to say one of the people I'd want to work with is Drake, just for the simple fact of I bet a lot of people when you've asked that question have said that, but Drake is killing it right now. No one can deny that. He's the guy in it. He's killing it, and he's got a good business head in it. I think he could give man a lot of pointers, like if I was to ask the right questions. My second one, I'd have to say like I've always wanted to work with Timbaland. I don't know why. I just it's just his style of music, everything, like the way he produces beats, whether it's commercial or underground, it's got that sound to it, innit? Like I just want to just ask him, how does he do it? And the third person for me is it's the all-time great. It's got to be Dr. Dre, man. Dr. Dre knows what he's doing. He knows how to press them buttons. Yeah, I think he's got the potential to make whack people sound sick. I know it sounds stupid, but he just can, innit? I don't know how. Like it's just how he works, innit? You know what I mean? I aspire to be someone like that, so I'd love to work with them. You know what I mean? The struggle, man. The struggle. I think everybody has the same struggles, really. It's money issues. Like, I think it don't matter if you want to. It don't matter how you make your money. I think it's always going to be an issue. It's like you've got to be able to have enough to live and to be able to push what you're trying to do. So finding that balance in between the two is hard sometimes. So I'd probably say money is probably a big struggle, and sometimes as well, just getting people from like the local area just to support what's actually coming from the local area. That's a big thing at the moment, where it's like I think people are starting to take more note recently, but I don't think there's enough support from people from Leicester. If we want to get Leicester on the map, we've got to all support each other, really. Rule number one, don't give up. Never give up. I think I got on my first track, like musically as an artist, not just as a producer. I got on my first track when I was about 14, like, and that for me at that time, I think a lot of people just looked at me at that time and thought, yo, this guy can't MC, this guy can't rap, like he can't do them things there. And then I think from then to like now, I don't think people could say that about me now. So it's just dedication. You just gotta keep going, innit? That's the main thing. And then another thing as well is don't let anybody tell you what you're doing is wrong. Like there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to music, as far as I'm concerned. I've seen people who I personally think are not that great, but they must be doing something right because they're making money in it off the music. So, you know what I mean? Just those two things, I think they're the most important things, really. I think they need to kind of similar things, really. I wouldn't say don't give up, like, because they've been doing their thing for a long time. I think sometimes that's part of the problem with the olders. They've been doing their thing for so long, they feel like how they do their thing is the only way that it can be done. They don't appreciate sometimes how the youngers are trying to switch things up a little bit and move the times on. So I think that's my main advice for the olders. Just take note of what the youngers are doing. Don't knock them for what they're doing. Try and support them, and if you can, guide them. If you don't really support what they're doing, don't knock it. Just wait and see in it. Let's see what they're gonna do first before you start, you know what I mean, talking it down. Come on, man. That's a silly question, isn't it? I think I'm already on there, isn't it? I don't know. Like I thought I was already on there, isn't it? So yo, that's a silly question to me, man. And performance-wise, come on, man. Yo, we got tunes together. Like that's not gonna happen, innit? You know, there's stuff in the pipeline, man. Just keep posted. You'll see more things coming, man. Yeah, I got to shout out my team every time, man. Life Entertainment, man. Life Wave, as we're known as. You get me? Like everybody knows about the Life Wave. You get me? Hold tight, Sun. Hold tight, Chap. Hold tight, Notes. Hold tight, Mike. I've even got to shout out Average as well. You get me? Average Joe, because he's doing his thing right now as well. So shout out to him. Shout out to my team as well, the Music Meccas, my producing team at the moment. Yeah, we've got some big things coming. Yeah, you'll see some very big things coming in the next couple of months. So hold tight, Tubbs. Hold tight, Josiah on them ones there as well. And finally, I've just got to shout out, just be dynamic as usual, you get me? I'm always shouting you out, man, because yo, you're doing big things for Leicester, as I always say. I think people need to take note, and they need to like support you more as well in what you're doing. You get me?
Respect you.
Yeah, man. Shout out GJs, as I always do every time. Shout out Dynamic on the camera. Shout out the star. Shout out that Gully J. You get me? Shout out, I don't care what you want to call it. Just yo, shout out my guy in it. Just make sure, yeah, wherever you're at, you're always supporting the GJs. Buy the clothes, listen to the tunes, go on the YouTube thing, subscribe, you get me? I don't know how many other ways I can say this, yeah, but as usual, you get me? Shout out the cameraman every time. Hold tight Dynamic, hold tight GJs. Pow.
Recording, G.
Okay, you know what time it is. Hold tight Life Ent every time it's Shek. Yo, like, Mike's the strategy, man try to challenge me, but they can't handle me. Life Entertainment UK, let's start in another category. When it comes to mic fights, you can't batter me. Girl say I'm sweet, I'm that chocolate galaxy. Coming to my bedroom to burn off calories. Don't get mad at me, cause I'm a Mac and G. And the girls are loving as they calling us at Mac and D. Late night sessions in my crib. No, the funny thing, she wasn't even my link. Said she wants to roll with the live team, that's cool, but none of them are looking for a wifey. Now running rhythm on this barring ting. Getting all the love and hate that barring brings. Like Dynamic, my team go hard, so when it's Life Ent, we bar and win. Like get them on the rhythm again, no mollies. Chilling with the women, the pen, those dollies. If you wanna come down size and act, then you can get clapped in the woods, no bolly. Sitting with Dynamic, blazing the collie. Them man a class A, moving funny. I ain't got time for you, you're not right. The truth for top guys, the truth for top guys.
Bang.
9 milli, cried on a hype all night, no pills, and we're getting all the wind while we're sitting and we chill. Ice in the bucket, champagne, don't spill, cause it costs us some money and I'm stacking, I don't waste. Cause I'm in the club, I got a drip, I got a blaze. Put me on the track and other MCs get a raise, cause it's Life Ent right now with a craze. So who you talking to, fam? Don't think that we won't slap up a youth, man. Grab by his legs, nothing back of the boot, on the cruise to the destination we choose. Try and test Shek on the rhythm, you'll lose. Coming first place in the rhythms and tunes. I ain't got a gas on the track, it's a fact that they're whack, them man are just venting views. Keep it grime, them man gas can't speak in time, let alone in rhymes. Can't test Shek or man like Mike, we flow too tight. Come to your party, hold them vibes. Wave surfing 365, no days off, yeah we keep them high. Life Ent UK's in flight.